right now.
Oh no, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping. He's on the white line, and he's like going over.
Like we're gonna go to it for the fact like nobody knows how to stay in their lanes here.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to stay.
I'm literally
in their
the
lanes.
only person in. What up, ladies and gentlemen? How are y'all doing?
Welcome to Sweet and Salty on the Road.
Yeah, it's a new series we might try. Sorry,
yes.
Speed bump.
No, that's gonna happen a lot in general, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to be used to that.
Definitely. At least we're using a GoPro, so maybe it will balance out a little bit. Maybe it won't.
Yeah,
look
but we
as
needed
crazy.
this. We needed this. So we're gonna escape everybody so we can finally film Sweet and Salty.
We have been so busy. I had surgery. It was like a whole crazy thing going on. My appendix almost blew up.
I couldn't believe it. We were thinking you were sick, and I thought,
we were supposed to meet up, and I was like, you know what, my stomach hurts. Selma was like, my stomach hurts too. I was like, all right. Then my stomach got worse, and I went to the ER.
Oh, yeah, you had. I feel like you might have food poisoning or something, right?
Because the day before, I was really sick. I was getting I was. Sorry to say, I was throwing up and everything. And
then, I thought we were both on hormones.
I was like, I was like, I know we're BFFs, but you know.
What's going on here? We're sharing too much, man.
Right?
No, but I'm so glad that you went fast to the hospital, got checked out, and that you're better now.
Yeah, thankfully. Another reason why I felt better a week ago, we wanted to film. It's a good thing we didn't, because my right eye was still red. I had popped a vein or something in my eye and a vessel, and my entire eyeball was red.
Right.
We're not going to show you the picture because it's horrible.
I would like to show you because you know me, I like SFX.
So. I showed it to so many people, and 80% of the reactions were
people buy lenses for Halloween that. Okay?
I'm like, yo, I thought it was really cool because I showed up at the hospital for a checkup a week after my surgery.
All right.
And my eyeball was worse because it took me 3 weeks.
It takes time to heal, right? So
because my entire eyeball was just red. So it took me about 3 weeks to fully recover. And when I was walking through the hospital, I didn't have glasses or anything on. I just was,
Does your eye get teary, or it's just it just looks like that?
It just looks like that.
Okay, so at least it's not irritating.
Yeah, I did a vision test. I did everything. It was all good.
All right, that's good.
But it just looked so bad. People were afraid of me when I was walking through the hospital. Right. The doctor said just 1 week of eating very clean, as clean as you can.
Soups and juices.
Yeah, you need to just absorb everything, and then you're back to normal. So I was back to normal. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the gym for a month, which is really annoying.
Because of the scar areas.
Yeah,
right?
the scar areas, and then
careful.
the appendix. It's right on near a muscle, so you don't want to pull it.
Right.
It's fully healed, so it shouldn't nothing should happen. But it's just tender.
And it just happens out of nowhere, right? Nobody knows why.
There's no real cause for appendicitis. Right. There's no oh, you ate too much broccoli. What up, everyone? This is a quick interruption to our video because I keep on forgetting to mention that we have a giveaway. Obviously, we have a giveaway that we've told you about for the past few videos, but it is ending soon. It is ending in September. So make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you are following our pages because we are going to be checking every single one of them. And make sure you hit a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below saying what you're going to do with that $300 that we're going to be giving away for Amazon. So make sure you do that. It is ending in September. This video is going to come up soon. So I hope you guys win. Enjoy. Bye.
By the way, I used to be very scared of this because I was I heard a few incidents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. Every time I get pain in that area, I'm like, I think I have it. I'm freaked out.
I'm like one of those people. I feel pain in my stomach. I'm like, I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like, oh, it's over. Take me.
I mean, I do have higher pain tolerance than a lot of my family members. So
me too. That's true. Mm-hmm.
For me, the pain wasn't crazy that I was dying for.
Then, that sometimes that's dangerous to hold on to pain.
That's what my doctor said. He was like, it's a good thing you showed up because I know you said that you have a higher pain tolerance. So maybe it's it's not good for you to have that high pain tolerance.
And then just let it be oh, I'm fine,
Exactly, because if it ruptured, then you have a few hours before it becomes critical.
Oh no. So we've been through. I mean, you were traveling as well. It is summer, so I mean, my daughter has been just really active. I've been trying to see my family and trying to work at the same time. And to be honest, this heat has gotten me into a depression.
Dude, it's 41 degrees.
It's when people complain about heat, they have not seen Saudi heat.
41 degrees in Fahrenheit is like 109.
And I don't complain about heat because I love heat. Like, I'm a summer person.
Yeah, but the humidity.
It's too much. It got to the point where, like, I swear I do 2 activities outside and I am done for the rest of the day. Like, I'm just dead. And so, yeah, so it's been that. But I think aggression issues are rising up with the heat.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about...
Like, look at this Porsche. He's not even using an indicator. Today's subject is going to be interesting. I know we had a long intro, but we missed each other. We missed you guys.
We did, and we want to come back in so many different ways. We have so many different plans, and hopefully we can get to them soon.
Yep.
One of them is that we know that we both love driving. We like to take road trips.
We're like, road trips.
Nobody's coming driving our car. Like, when we're in our car, it's our car, you know? So we love driving, but road rage is a serious topic, right?
For me, I have tried my best because I am driving a big truck. I've tried my best to lower the amount of road rage that I have, and it has been helpful in some way.
So what is it that pisses you off the most on the road?
People cutting me off without indicator. I drive a huge truck. It's a big Dodge Ram. It's a very heavy vehicle. It takes a lot of power to stop this truck. When a small, tiny little Fiat 500
You're
like
gonna
this
feel the
big,
force braking every time. Yeah.
So when a little tiny car just cuts off in front of me, you're expecting a 2-ton truck to stop for a little tiny itty bitty 600 kilogram car. So,
to be honest, we have to give a little bit background. If you're not from Saudi Arabia, you know, people drive more freely around here. Like, what I mean by that, like, if you compare it to Canada or London, for example, or somewhere like Canada or the US or the UK, for example, you got your real strict rule.
Look at this right now.
Oh no, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping. He's on the white line, and he's going over.
Like, we're gonna go to it for the fact, like, nobody knows how to stay in their lanes here.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to stay.
I'm literally
in their lanes.
the only person in the lanes.
Yeah, like, literally, it's easier, isn't it?
You know,
it's easier to stay in your lane.
I know. I have this magic wand called the indicator. All BMW drivers don't know how to use, and I see you BMW drivers.
You're really gonna separate them.
And in Saudi, you have BMW drivers and Audi drivers. They don't know how to use indicators. I mean, actually, all Saudis don't know how to use indicators. If you use an indicator and you're in Saudi, I give you a thumbs up. If you give this video a thumbs up and write in the comments, I use my indicator.
I'll actually tell you, there's a trick not to use the indicator sometimes.
Just throw your car into the lane.
No, I'll tell you why. Bad driving. But let's see. These are the worst things that could happen to you, or worst things that you could see, like, on the road. Obviously, honking the horn gets a lot of people pissed somehow for honking the horn, and especially like, you know, out of like nowhere, you know, because you're just like chilling. Someone's like, move your vehicle. You know, you're like, what the heck? Obviously, rude hand gestures.
Oh yeah.
We don't have a lot of rude hand gestures.
Yeah, we don't over here.
We don't. Actually, that's what I wanted to reference. So if you go back to thinking of like Western countries, like versus a lot of the Arab countries, people drive more freely. When I mean freely, people drive their style.
Yeah.
So there isn't like this kind of certain way of expectation of how everyone should be driving. No, we don't have that. It's sort of like everybody has their style on the road. To be honest, we don't really get that aggressive. Like, where I see other people, like in other countries, they stop their cars, they start fighting, people pull out things. It's not like that. It's just more like a mental thing. Like, we're pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, because people are more freely. Like, it's not that they don't follow the signs. They just completely don't follow the rules or the signs on the road, or the, like, just the etiquettes of the road. But here, literally, we have so many different types of drivers. Like, you have the drivers who are drivers, like that's their job, and then you have expats who come from different nationalities, different countries. They have different driving styles. And then you have the local Saudi guys who are like, you know, just received their Ferrari at 19 years old, and then you've got like women who just recently started driving, who are probably going to be a little bit on the safer side. Other than I'll categorize
a lot of the women,
the younger women who are like 19, 20, still I'll categorize them with the guys that just received their cars, spoiled guys or girls who, you know, like get a car when they were like.
I wish I was filming when I was coming to pick you up, because a girl cut me off, went across 4 lanes of traffic this way. It wasn't even like diagonally to catch the, she went horizontally across the road.
Right.
To catch the turn, which was still another 100 meters out.
I could just imagine that
and
happening.
She was giving me the look like, why are you honking? I'm like, because you cut across 4 lanes of traffic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those girls that think like they're privileged because they're like little pretty girls. And they're usually younger, on the younger age. She's not going to be like 45, you know what I mean?
No.
And then you have like what I call like the not know it at all how to drive on the road. Like they shouldn't have gotten their license, but somehow they did. So you have so many different dynamics. Like, for example, like if I cut off somebody in the US, I know a finger's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know I'm going to get beat up. Like, you know, something's going to happen. Like, you know, here, like, that girl did it and she's like,
yeah.
I'm a girl, bye.
But one thing I've noticed, if you apologize to somebody when you cut them off,
like you go like that.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. Pull out your,
like that.
Yeah, pull down your window. You're like, sorry, and you do one of these, and like people, there's like the chance of somebody forgiving you and be like, all right, whatever, just go.
Yeah.
Is like 90% compared to the US. You're gonna get like a 5%, you know, where this person's gonna be like, all right, you know, you're fine. It's okay. You apologize. In the US, you're gonna get a finger. You're gonna get yelled
depending on the state. Also.
Yeah, because like
depending on the state,
accidents happen. People cut off in front of me, and I'll have to swerve my car into somebody's lane. You know.
Yeah, another one is like literally what you just said.
Yeah.
People blocking you or coming onto your road when you're driving.
Yeah.
And then like people yelling, like like obviously that happens in Egypt, but that's fun. You know, it's like hey, that's how they talk in Egypt.
We're talking about hand gestures and everything in Egypt. Obviously, hand gestures are a thing, but also
it's important
in Egypt,
more than the indicators.
Oh yeah. In Egypt, they use indicators to swear at you and the horn.
Oh, and there's like codes.
Yeah,
like
there's
for
codes.
how long the
I
horn
know
is
the
pulled.
codes.
Bop, bop.
I know the codes.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna include them right now, but we're not gonna say what they mean. But this one's like, this one means I love you. Head back. So it's like when somebody like lets you through.
Oh,
or
you
something.
know each other or something. Yeah.
Thank you is simple. It's like, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, shukran.
Yes.
And then when you say you're welcome, you just do one beep.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I'm avoiding people in front of me.
I know. I'm gonna do it in a sound because we don't want to actually do it. But this is me telling you F you. That one is the only one I use because I don't like using the horn that much.
I have an Egyptian one that is really bad, but I need to avoid all the cars ahead of me right now just so they don't think I'm
we need to be
swearing.
on the empty road while we tell you this part.
Yeah. But yeah, there's so many different insults. There's so many different ways that people communicate. In Egypt, if you like blink your right flasher and then your left rapidly, like go like click, 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 it's a really bad thing.
Yeah, like there's these codes in every country.
If you do the flashers really quick in Saudi Arabia, it's an insult.
Right.
Every code has its like ethics.
But that's why I say like people are like more in tune with each other mentally than caring about the ethics or code of the road.
Right.
We kind of make our own in this country, especially. I think it gotten a lot better, and I think you can agree with me, as soon as women started driving.
100%, because, well, with women starting to drive, the Saudi government made sure that they told the Saudi citizens, especially men, that sexual harassment is not going to be
that was like their main
tolerated at all.
Exactly.
So if somebody films you, or if you're caught doing sexual harassment, especially to a lady driving,
like following her, harassing her,
zero tolerance.
Right. Exactly.
They're like gonna put you in jail. Don't even think about it.
Right. And that really changed the roads a lot, and the respect for women on the roads.
Right.
And I think people,
because when it first started, women were being followed and they were worrying, and people were cutting women off intentionally.
Oh my God, I remember this story, which I actually felt so safe, because a lot of people don't know. By the way, a lot of people in the world don't even know that Saudi women started driving.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I thought women don't drive there. And it's like, we do. Okay. So we've been driving for a while now, and when it first started, like you could see the support in the police and the road people. What is it called? I think they're called, what are they called? Like troopers.
Okay.
Road troopers, or like people who are like on the officers on the road.
Yeah.
I remember the story. So my mother-in-law wanted to see if she could like drive, and she was driving around her like little neighborhood because she didn't want to go far, and the police followed her and followed her all the way to her home. Stopped her, but she was scared. She was like, what the heck is going on, right?
Yeah.
And he told her, I want to know if anyone bothered you on the road.
Oh, okay.
And he actually wanted to make sure if she was safe, because it's
nice.
just like started. It was like literally the first month of women being able to drive.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. She felt safe. I mean, I was feeling safe because I could see the police like really taking care on the road.
Right.
But there is still like a lot of aggression and
There
a lot
is.
of the thing is how do you calm yourself down inside the car is what you create for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to realize that, especially if you are commuting every day, or you are like me and Salty, we have like our jobs are always on like on the road, like going from one place to the other, making like different stops.
Right.
Sometimes when you're at work all day, you don't feel it, but when people where you have a job where you're like freelancing, going from one place to the other, you don't even know how long it's going to take or where it is for the first time. A lot of things can go wrong.
Oh yeah.
And I think that creating this aura inside the car is one thing.
Yeah.
Second is thinking about why are you getting angry? Like, what is the level of anger that is being put in that situation? And I
Right.
think most of the anger issues that go on the road is when you're tired, when you're angry, when you're going through something.
Yeah, if you realize the most aggressive time to drive in Saudi Arabia, more than the heat when it's like dead summer,
Right, exactly.
is Ramadan, when everybody's fasting, everybody's tired, you're hungry,
Exactly.
you're getting hangry.
And you know the roads are going to be blocked in
Yep.
certain times because of prayer times and stuff like that.
And other than just prayer times, you have people leaving their offices, and then you have people driving idiotically. So
You have two shifts.
oh yeah, morning
So
and
most companies will actually have two shifts, one in the morning and one at night, which is
Right.
very rare anywhere else. But yeah, it's very difficult.
yeah. So I know a few people who work in the private sector, and their office hours are only in the evening.
Okay.
And
yes. Okay.
they work with like I think advertising and stuff. I'm not promoting their page, but
Even construction, a lot
Right.
of the construction, like because
oh yeah, construction 100%. Nobody's going to be
Always.
working while they're fasting, or
No.
they're trying not to.
right,
You know?
exactly.
So they're doing their best to kind of just like do all the work at night. I remember they were working until like Fajr, so just before prayer time.
Right.
And then they stopped an hour before prayer time, and they're like, all right, we're done. We're going to go eat and do our
Right.
thing and then go home and rest, because
right, exactly.
they got to do the same thing next day.
And like for women, that I feel a lot of women are intimidated to drive here because of that. So
The heat is so much that it's actually turning off our GoPro, so we're having to hold it for a
wow,
second.
Imagine how hot it is. Like it's
Yeah.
on fire.
This is the most expensive tripod we have right now. Salwa's holding it.
Da-da-da!
So as I was saying, like when I'm in Egypt, when I do road trips in Egypt, what will happen is like I plan a stop just because everybody else, if it were up to me, I'll just do it in one go.
Okay.
Yeah, it really depends on who you have with you. Obviously, if you have children, you have to have potty breaks.
Right.
The best thing about a truck, though, is they can go potty in the back.
I'll bring that fake body. You know those fake bodies that you.
No, but like if they go potty in the back of the truck, I could just hose it off with some water.
Yeah, you're used to that, like having animals in the back or something.
I have my
goats.
pugs. They're just
My
like-
goats. I need my goats.
But like I love using my truck to travel because it is such a big, comfortable, vehicle.
Yeah.
And
It does. It
It
does help.
lasts-
And it does help.
it does help a lot because it's super comfy. You don't have to really deal with a lot of things. You're looking for space to put everything.
Right.
Everything goes in the trunk. Anything that you immediately need goes inside the car.
Right.
Food, beverages.
So basically, what he's saying, go suck up to your friend who has a nice truck and get him to go on a road trip with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Salwa's now like, hey, do you want to drive somewhere? Like, let's
Right.
go to Dubai.
Yeah, like you know what? One of the things I wanted to drive from Jeddah to Riyadh.
My cousins do it all the time.
How long is
Like
17?
10 hours?
10 hours? That's
Yeah,
it?
if you're doing it nonstop, it's a
Okay.
10-hour drive.
I
Should
don't
be
know if I
fine.
can do that. I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try it.
Yeah, you stop just for gas and you keep going.
I just want to take the camel instead.
Camel, it's gonna take a lot more.
No. Oh
it's
my
gonna
God!
take a-
Could you imagine how they used to travel in the heat, and y'all
Takes
can
weeks.
control yourselves inside the car? Y'all getting what is it called? Road rage.
Mm-hmm.
Road rage. You have ACs.
I mean, to be fair, on a camel you won't be having road rage.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna be passed out, like
Yeah, you're gonna be
almost
asleep.
dead. The camel's the only thing that's keeping you alive, man. So
What
yeah,
a lot of people used to do was they used to travel at night.
Right.
Just because it was much easier to travel at night.
right,
It was
of
much
course,
cooler.
Of course.
It was still not cold. It was
It
cooler.
wasn't. Let's just say it's not that easy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why y'all complaining, right? Yeah, just one day all the internet is gonna stop, technology is gonna stop. We're gonna run out of oil. We're gonna run out of gas, and then we won't have any more anger issues on the road.
Yep. Because there won't be any roads.
That was so negative.
I know, right? Everybody's like,
No,
what
but-
is going on?
No, but like
the heat is really affecting
it's
them.
really affecting us. You could tell. Like we came out. We had so many things to talk about, and now our brain is melting. It's like run. You know, we're like.
I mean, I do have the AC on medium. We don't want to pump it up too much
so
because
you can hear us.
yeah, they're going to be hitting the mics. It's going to be really loud.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, it's.
But I mean, like that's one thing I actually like about driving in Saudi. I think I got used to it. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I just like that people are more in tune, that everybody has a different driving style.
Mhm.
And I think that we need to just kind of really accept that you are on the road. It's you and yourself. Like it's how much you can try to understand that other people are going to drive different. We're all from different places. We're all from different like cultures. We all raise differently. We all have different issues. And so like when you go into the car, you just can't take it personal.
True.
You just really can't take it personal. You just have to understand like that guy's having a bad day.
Yep.
And you know, because I mean Jeddah is a like a crowded city. You know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a lot of people, especially like rush hour. It's incredibly busy.
It does get very busy over here.
And you know, a lot of people own cars here.
Mhm.
Like you know, you have one family
lot of-
member with 5 cars.
Yeah, you'll have
One
many
family. Sorry.
with 5 cars. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have multiple cars per family.
Per
it's
family,
like,
exactly.
It's very common for people to have multiple cars. It's like, yeah, I feel like people here, you know, definitely, and you have people when they drive a certain car, they have a certain attitude when
Oh
they
yeah.
drive another car.
Yeah. That's for sure.
I know people who have like a BMW 7 Series, so it's a very luxury car, very proper car. When they
Right.
drive that, they're driving very calm, very chill.
Classy.
And when they drive their fast BMWs or their fast
Like
cars,
their sport car.
yeah, their sports cars, their Ferraris, their Lamborghinis, all that, they're driving like maniacs.
Right.
And the thing is, the roads here allow you to drive that. You have really wide roads and stuff like that. But then you have people who are driving like idiots with really crappy cars,
Right.
and they don't care about themselves, so they'll cut off a Lamborghini.
Oh.
And what's gonna happen? What is he gonna do? Oh, they're gonna take my little crappy 1998 Toyota Corolla, which is
That's
barely
sad
running.
too, because you know, like
Or-
the other person's like
Yeah.
really lost, like you know, it's a big
The
damage to his
Lamborghini is
car,
like
yeah.
millions over here.
Right. So I mean, another thing is like I could not. If I get in a car like this is dating tips also. If you get in a car with somebody and he is a bad or she is a bad driver, it's game over for me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I cannot be with you.
Ooh, car hygiene.
Oh, okay.
I got into somebody's car before. This was a couple years back.
Right.
And I got in her car, and the car smelled awful.
Oh, God.
It reeked of cigarettes, and it reeked of like old, like it smelled moldy. And I was like looking around, and I found like juice.
Oh, she had juice in the back?
Like juice cartons, the ones that you give to kids.
Right.
And it was like spilt all over the back, and the seats were stained, including the front. I'm
I
like,
had a boss who was like who owned the company.
I asked her if this was like a house car, like a driver's
Yeah.
driving and stuff. She's like, no, this is my car. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We're not going out again.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. No. If you leave your car like that, I don't even want to see your house.
Yeah, oh my God.
Okay. Or your laundry. All right, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Okay. So I told you I'm getting sassy from the heat. You know. No,
Oh,
but
there's Outback Steakhouse. I'd love to get some
I love
steaks.
steak. I love
love
steak. So I'm like, yes, we're
so
so
hungry.
hungry. So yeah,
Right.
like that is just a no. No. Like it's part of a personality for me. I don't know. It's
I agree.
important. And like obviously it's like how you take care of your car, how you maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
But also like I don't know how many people really think about that. But yeah, I cannot be with someone who's a bad driver.
Yeah, I feel like being a bad driver is like, you know,
A
you
reckless driver
a
or a
reckless
bad
driver is
Both.
worse than a bad driver.
Yeah, because bad driver doesn't know it. You know,
Yeah,
like he
a bad
doesn't know
driver
at
is like
least,
doesn't
you
know how stupid they are,
Yeah,
but
they just-
a reckless driver knows that they're endangering everybody around them.
Exactly.
And they're
That's
just
just
like,
so
oh, this is
selfish.
just how I drive. You know, people should learn from me. I'm like, no, if people learn from you, we would have more dead people on the road.
Yeah, that's just like that's really selfish because you know like people would drive reckless, and especially if you want to go drive reckless, go drive in like a drifting like area where
Yeah.
like there's no
They are
people,
building
there's no-
tracks, and they do have a lot of spaces that you could go pay some money.
especially here because
Yeah.
people love like racing.
I
and
mean, they
stuff.
do have now if they see you drifting on the road, the cops see you drifting, the fine is 20,000 reals.
and that's pretty good. You can't be drifting on a main road. What is this, Tokyo Drift?
I used to do that.
Well, you're probably 19. Please tell me
I was like maybe
that was like
25.
last year ago.
I mean, because of my truck, I tend not to do anything crazy because it is a huge weight to be throwing around.
Right, yeah.
I do know how to do it. I have, when I was younger, when I was actually 15, my friend had a Dodge Ram just like this one.
I had a Dodge Charger SRT. That thing would drift by itself if I had the, what is it called? The
traction off.
Yeah, traction off, right.
Yeah, so like, if for our cars, Dodge is very well known for just like, you know, being able to drift it like crazy.
That's what you get it for, right?
Pretty much, you get it to play around with.
Right, yeah.
So my friend had one. I learned at a very young age how to control the weight of the truck.
Right.
Excuse me. So I know how to do it, but do I do it on open road with people around? No, I try to, if I'm gonna be a little, you know, I feel like I really want to do a little drift.
It should be like on a highway, like
I went
empty highway.
I went somewhere deep into Ubhud. I was with my little brother. We were coming back from the beach. There was like this humongous empty road, and it was like legitimately like empty. There wasn't a car
it's almost deserted.
It was practically deserted.
There's parts of Ubhud
and it was
that
just
it's not even built yet.
Exactly, and it was like a huge road that would fit 5 lanes easy, and it was all dusty.
Right.
And because it was dusty, I was able to kind of like drift around. I kept doing like.
We kind of crashed just now. We crashed. We just crashed. Our drift crashed. Yeah.
But yeah, we drifted a little bit. It was fun. He had so much fun. He was like, you know, he's getting excited. But I ended up, you know,
we
stopping.
have a lot of like dirt roads here.
I made sure nobody was around. You know.
No, it's fine. There's a lot of dirt roads. It's fine. But like when we talk about reckless drivers, usually love showing off.
Oh yeah.
They'll be like passing a girl, or they pass like somebody and be like,
yeah.
and you're like, okay, that's just.
What about people who put their feet out the window?
Oh my God! Listen,
that's like a real thing here.
Listen, that's their personal space, man.
No, I don't want to see your foot when I pull up to you. Like,
personal, you know what I mean?
I don't want to, like, okay, so
they'll have it on the AC so they can smell it through the whole trip. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm like,
don't make me do it. I'm Bedouin, all right? Don't make me do it.
Is that my cousin? No, that's not my cousin.
Why your cousin be sitting on the roads?
His house is over here.
Okay.
So I think maybe he went out and there's the bank right there.
But that's true. Like, that's your personal space.
Yeah.
Listen, if you drive like that, if you drive okay, I don't care where your leg is at. It's up there. You're like, it's annoying. I'm not going to say it like it's not.
Sit properly and drive properly.
Listen,
I feel like if you're a
drive,
passenger.
If you're that good.
I am that good.
Listen,
I am
some
good
people
enough.
are just flexible, man.
I mean, I'm good enough to drive and text in Egypt, but I don't drive and text in Saudi.
Okay. In Egypt, it must be a required thing, huh?
I mean, if you can't drive and text in Egypt, then you're not allowed to drive.
Listen, I know if you can drive in Egypt, you can drive anywhere in the world.
Literally, there's like a huge actual saying.
Yeah.
If you can drive in Egypt, you can drive anywhere.
And Lebanon as well, because Lebanon like has mountains and stuff. Like it's a bit hard on the mountainside.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
it's like Abha over here was crazy. It was all.
It's harder when there's a lot of people on the road. Like here in Jeddah, we don't have a lot of people on the road, and only in like the inner towns. Do you understand?
In an hour, we're gonna have a lot of people on the road.
No, I mean walking.
Oh,
citizens
yeah.
walking.
Oh, you're talking about pedestrians.
Pedestrians. We don't have a lot of pedestrians, and the pedestrians that walk here walk on the highway.
Oh yeah, they cross the highway.
They've
made it.
Usually, they're workers trying to get to their spot. I understand, but
we don't have a lot of crossings. That's the unfortunate bit. So if you were to cross, you'd have to.
There is no jaywalking. Like you could cross anywhere.
Well, they do have jaywalking now. If you can't cross main roads like a highway or anything,
you're not supposed to.
There's a fine. There's like a 5,000 Real fine if you cross main roads.
That's all labor.
Well, that's the thing. They want to
keep them safe.
Yeah, they're putting a high price so the laborers don't get injured.
Yeah,
but then the problem is you have people that are like.
But then you need to make more crossings.
Well, that's the thing. The crossings are like 2 kilometers this way or 3 kilometers this way. So people are just like, we're gonna cross. So what are you going to do? Pay for an Uber or a cab just to cross the road? It's going to cost you a lot of money, especially when a lot of people don't make that much money.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, that's really scary too. Like when you're in a city where it's more crowded of pedestrians. Yeah. You're going to have to watch out. You know what I mean? And it's for me, that's my only issue. Driving when there's pedestrians around or bikers.
My car has one of those features that has like if somebody slams the brake in front of you, the car will slow down. It will actually brake.
Oh yeah.
So just in case you're not looking, if you're on your phone or whatever,
Right.
I have it my setting is on the lowest possible setting.
Right.
So like, you have to be really close for it to work. And the reason why is because you have so many people that cross in front of you in a busy street.
Right.
So, and then it will activate it. And obviously
Yes.
when you slam the brake on a big truck,
Ooh.
it goes like, ugh.
Does your
You're like-
belt?
it snags,
Yeah, my belt snagged once on me.
And the thing
It's
is,
really
it
bad.
snags with all the weight of the truck, so
Right,
it feels a lot
exactly.
more.
Exactly.
So
it's difficult.
I
yeah.
actually had to, the first month I had the car, I knew the feature was available. I just didn't know how severe it was. And I swear to God, that thing yanked me so hard. I was like,
I got a mark on my skin because it was just brand new, the car.
oh yeah.
It was brand new and I didn't know how bad if you braked.
Yeah.
That thing would think you're like in a car accident.
Okay, so I gotta admit something. The second week I had the car, okay? I went to pick up some stuff. I was like running some errands, and the parking area had a little bit of dust. So I was like, okay. I turned the traction control off and did a little burnout. I'm not talking about like a big ginormous burnout.
You're just testing the car. Let's just say.
We're having fun. It's a new car.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right.
Nobody blames you. I went like that, and the car went, did a mini burnout,
Right?
and I just drove normally. I literally drove normally, turned my traction control off.
Okay.
A cop saw me.
Oh.
A cop saw me, and he pulled me. He's like, "Woo! Pull over your car," and everything. So I pulled over my car, and he's like, "Why'd you just drift?" I was like, I did not swear. I was just about to say I swear. I was like, it's a brand new car. I literally I literally pointed to the pedometer, and I was like, look, it's only at like 100 kilometers, less than 100. It's brand new. I was like, I'm still getting used to the gas. And he looked at me, he looked at the gas, he looked at the thing, he made sure he was like looking at it real close.
The car is like huge,
And
obviously.
I was like, it's 400 horsepower. I'm not used to it. My other car was much smaller.
Right.
It wasn't as fast, which is not true. My older car was much faster. But I told him,
Let's just say
he looked
learned.
at me, he looked at the car, he looked at how nice it looked. He's like, this is the last time. I'm like, I promise this is the last
I better
time.
not see you be drifting that car again.
Yeah. I was like, there was dust. Look, there was dust over there. He's like, yeah, I saw the dust. I was like, that's why it was slippery. I was like, when I pressed the gas, I thought it would just be able to catch itself.
Right.
Nope. But cop, if you're watching this, it was an accident. I was getting used to the car. Okay?
Yes, you were, or testing.
Yeah,
it.
I was 100% testing the car.
Never do that.
That's
Never.
exact. I was making sure that the brakes worked.
I mean, you want to enjoy yourself. At the same time, you have to make sure everybody else is like safe.
Exactly.
You know, and no, I think like drifting is a big deal because you do it all the time in empty areas. Like I don't think it's a big. But usually, like road aggression, it comes in an instant.
Yeah.
Like you don't know, you're like la 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 la,
Yeah.
and there's just some person like you think he's challenging you,
Right.
but it's just like you just have to let it go and be like, listen, I can do this today, but today I ain't got time.
Like,
you know what I mean?
you mess with the wrong seller right now.
Let me tell you who you need to be really dealing with. The people that are screwing your life over. Those people, you know?
Yep.
That's what I say. Somebody pissed you off on the road. Now you go home. You call up your enemy. Now just
Like you.
we doing it today.
Today.
Today's the day, okay?
What happens if somebody pissed me off on the road and you're getting the end
You're
of it?
getting it, you know? You take it out on your family just like normal people.
I think we're going to have a therapy session. I think we're going to have
I'm basically saying nobody should be putting up
Ash,
with
be
your crap.
careful. She's coming back with some aggression.
Ash knows. If he doesn't know by now, like, there's a problem. You know what I mean? He's like, no, my daughter. Sorry. I say my daughter?
Yeah, you're like, your daughter. Don't take it out on me.
No. I say, Ash will be like, no, my wife is the calmest person in the world.
Calm.
She has never had any aggression on the road whatsoever. Like, you know that?
Never.
Never. Her?
Her?
What?
Y'all are messing with me.
No, I've had my share. That's why I can share
We all
it with
have
you.
it.
Yeah.
We all have road rage sometimes.
So that's why we're talking about it. But I don't want any women to ever hear it and be intimidated from like driving. I want all women, like in Saudi, if you want to drive, of course, if that's your thing, do not get intimidated by the road rage, the aggression on the road, how people drive in different styles, how some people just like mess with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get used to it, and you just can't let it like get to you. You know.
My biggest tip for anybody on the roads in Saudi Arabia,
Right.
especially women, get yourself a dash cam.
Oh,
They cost
yeah.
less than $200. You can get amazing quality. I just bought one for my dad.
100%.
$230, you get 4K on your front camera and 1080p on your back camera.
Right.
And you
that's
can
gonna
record
make you
everything.
More calm. You know why? Because you know you're recording. So
Let
you're gonna
them cut you
cut-
off.
Exactly.
Let them cut you off.
Exactly.
You're going to press on the little record button. You're going to put it on your phone. You're going to upload it onto the app.
Do you have something that we can link? Like,
Yes, I will link in the description 5 amazing dash cams. Make sure you go check them out. They are cheap. They are amazing. I use one of these. I use the number
and
one.
you don't have
so.
to get distracted to stop and take the picture
It's
of
constantly
the car,
filming.
of the car that cut you off or something. So
Yep.
you are always on say that. Yeah. I
It's
think that's
amazing.
perfect.
It's the best choice. I've filed 5 complaints using my dash cam in 2 years.
Right.
And I've used it for many more, including the video that we showed of me getting rear-ended. It's from my dash cam.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't have to pull my phone out. I don't have to touch my phone the entire time I'm driving. Let
So how do you
anybody cut you
charge
off.
it?
It's constantly connected to your car. So
All right.
for me, it's constantly connected
So
to my
did you
lighter.
connect it, or did you have somebody connected?
So
like a what
you
is it
can connect it yourself. There are videos on YouTube for every single dash cam out there because people review them, people put them online.
Right.
And then you can just go to an electronics place. Any electronics place are used to it. They'll set it up for you. You just need a memory card. And perfect. I will put a link down below for memory cards.
Perfect.
And for the dash cams.
Right.
And they are going to be some good stuff. I will try to find. I will link them from Amazon US and Amazon SA.
That's amazing.
So,
I think
yeah.
that's a really good way.
That's
'cause-
the best tip.
Because then also you could just remain calm and like be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, we believe you because you know sometimes it's like when you call your friend, you're like, you won't believe what just happened on the road.
I have footage.
I got footage. I'm gonna send it. You know, just be sending it.
And
you know?
an amazing thing, if you're traveling a long distance, you can actually use all the footage. You can combine it all and make a long time lapse.
That's really cool too.
So if
yeah.
you're a videographer or a blogger or
Right.
a YouTuber, this is, an
That's
extra
really
tool that you can use.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think
This
that's
guy's
perfect.
coming too fast for me to do a U-turn.
Oh, the cop is coming too.
Yeah, the cop is like flying.
He's like, listen, you better not.
Yeah, I'm like
I'm
just
coming.
waiting.
You know.
He's
like,
on his phone. Wait, the cop is on his phone. By the way, I've seen a lot of cops in the U.S. on their phones. I've seen cops in the
Everywhere.
States. Like I was in Cali on the highway driving a really long distance, and I saw a cop on his phone. It literally was like this.
You're just chilling.
Yeah, it was like I was going from like Laguna to Calabasas.
Yeah. The
and
highways. I love the
It was
highways.
like a
though.
3-hour drive.
It's long as heck. You
It
know.
was yeah. It
No,
was
you're
a lot
gonna
longer
find it
than
everywhere.
deserved to be.
Like, I'm thinking hopefully they're making an important call. You know what I mean? Not just calling their girlfriend up or their wife.
True. This guy has a curtain on his front window.
I haven't seen that. Oh, in the front
On the
dashboard.
front window, yeah, like across
He's like,
the
listen,
dashboard.
when you don't want. Oh, I think it's for the heat.
No, for the sun, but like it's see-through, but that's illegal.
It's a curtain.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have a curtain on your front windshield.
Yeah, but why
Look,
is
I'll
there a
get close
curtain
to
in the
him.
front?
Yeah,
I used to see the curtain
I
on
need
the
to make a
sides.
right, but like, yeah, the curtain on the side is fine. But
Right?
look at the front window.
Oh wow, he's
See,
really
look,
bothered.
it's a curtain.
Yeah, he's really bothered. Dang.
We could complain him. I have him on my dash cam.
Oh no! Yeah, I
have
can't
his
believe.
number.
Like, how is he even driving? He can't even see anything. Oh, it's not that important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like keeping your I feel like a lot of the distractions happens because you're like always on the road, tired, coming from work alone. Like you're just looking down on your phone, trying to change the music, do something. Boom! There's the crash. It's
I
done.
mean, the good thing about like my truck is I have a big screen, so anytime I have my map on my screen, I have music, everything is over here. So it just makes it easier for me in terms of, selecting anything. So I'll click on my playlist, I'll click on everything, and it's super simplified.
You just need to have it like ready in the car whenever you need. Another thing, do you guys do this when like somebody cuts you off and does some stupid thing? Do you guys like wait for them to pass by or something?
Oh
so
yeah,
you can look
I do
them?
I give them the "Are you stupid?" look. Like
I want to see you. I want to see who it is, And if it's a girl, like
you an idiot?
like if I see a girl, because I know like she's just starting off, a
Yeah.
woman driving and she's starting off, and she's like, okay, or a driver, like who's having struggling issues, like he's not looking at the phone or anything. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry,
Right.
But when it's somebody who's like,
Yeah, some people are like, I've seen some dudes like have their chair all the way back and kind of
like,
chilling.
what are you doing? You know?
Right. Well,
So,
guys,
yeah.
we really loved this episode. If you guys liked it, make sure you give us a thumbs up and comment down below what your favorite part was. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed this episode. We want to make more of it. We might make more of it just because it's easier. It kind of like we literally had like an hour to film everything.
And we
like,
kind of
all
feel like we need to get away. Maybe we need to do this in another cafe. We should do something in
Ooh,
a cafe or something.
I'm down.
Where like but we don't have somebody behind us or anything. Just like,
Yeah,
you know,
we
like
could do
sometimes
this.
there's cafes that are like there's nobody there. We're just chilling, me and you.
You know what? We can find. We'll do this. We'll do this on the road thing, and we'll be in different locations. We'll still have our sweet and salty in the studio,
Right?
But we want to kind of change it up. Sorry that the camera's turning. Yeah, it's like a roller coaster.
And another thing, we have a lot of friends that are artists, photographers, and models, and things like that. We want to bring them on, and depending on how comfortable they are in Arabic or English, we're gonna go ahead and speak with them. Whatever.
We'll do some interviews.
Yeah.
We can even do it in the car.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
That'd
have
be cool.
parties, chips,
Right?
Pepsi, but you're the only one who has to stay straight.
Right.
You gotta be like right there. I'm be asking.
What's wrong with chips and Pepsi? I can have
No,
chips
you
and
can have
Pepsi.
chips and drive safely, man.
But I can have Pepsi while driving. I had water.
Yes, you can. I'm like,
So I'll have in a sippy cup. I'll have in a Starbucks sippy cup.
We're gonna give you a sippy cup.
Yeah. I actually have like a really good road cup. It's like somewhere at home. I have to find it though.
Man, sippy cups are really hard to find, by the way. They're always leaking.
Yeah.
I found an anti-leak one online.
I have mine has a straw, so I have like my road one has a straw.
God, you are so spoiled.
Right?
I love it. I love like Salty. You can ask him anything. You'd be like, listen, I'm looking for this product. He's like, yeah.
I have it.
I have it. I got it
Let
for
me
you.
go right.
So guys, thank you for tuning in, and we are so happy that if you're still watching, we know we've been away for a long time.
And it was a really long episode.
And it's been a really long episode because we're just trying to like have fun, enjoy ourselves,
Catch up and everything.
catch up and things like that. So write us below what you think. If this was helpful, we're gonna put the links for the dash cam below. And yeah, let us know in the comments if you like this style, if you like us changing our studio style for a while. And yeah, and we'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.